You cannot succeed as a country if you leave more than half of your brain power on the sidelines. Not a joke. Not a joke. Look what's going on. Look what's going on in Japan. Japan is in a position where traditionally women are as well educated as men, but the tradition was once they had a child, they were to drop out of the job market. Well, I spent a lot of time with President Abe as vice president, and guess what? It's called Abe economics they're talking about it, we're calling it. And that is, there's an entire move, because they are xenophobic, because they do not want to invite other people from outside their country to come in and make up the workforce. They have fewer workers than they have a need for workers. And so what they've done is they've decided to encourage women to stay in the job market.
On Japan, you made the comments last night lumping them in with China and Russia, calling them xenophobic. He's opposed this Nippon Steel acquisition of US Steel. The US has initiated a national security review of that transaction, something that's typically reserved for US adversaries. Is there concern that he is pushing a key US ally in a region and a key bulwark against China away from the US? Is there concern that that relationship is being harmed by these off-the-cuff remarks?
So a couple of things. I mean, he was making a broader point, as I was saying earlier when I was answering Karen's question about this country. And our allies and partners know very well that how much this president respects them. As you know, in regards to Japan, they were just here for the state visit. That U.S.-Japan relationship is an important relationship. It's a deep, enduring alliance, and so we are certainly we share a commitment to democratic values and strong bonds of friendship between our peoples, and this was evidenced by, like as I just said, with the recent state dinner visit. And so he was making a more broad comment of speaking about this country and speaking about how important it is to be a country of immigrants and how it makes our country stronger. And so that's what he was talking about as it relates to our relationship with our allies. That continues. Obviously, we have a strong relationship with India, with Japan, and the president, if you just look at the last 3 years, has certainly has focused on those diplomatic relationships.
I always say to my colleagues when I meet other world leaders, I say, would you trade places with China? Would you trade places with their problems? They've got a population that is more people in retirement than working. They're not importing any. They're not bringing. They're xenophobic. Nobody else coming in. They've got real problems. I'm not looking for a fight with China. I'm looking for competition, but fair competition. In addition, we're standing up for peace and stability across the Taiwan Straits. I've revitalized our partnerships and our alliances in the Pacific with India, Australia, South Korea, the Philippines, and other Pacific Island nations. I made sure that we have the most advanced technologies that we've developed and invented, and they can't be sent to China or because they'll undermine our national security. When I spoke with Xi Jinping, he said, why? I said, because you're using it for all the wrong reasons, so you're not going to get those advanced computer chips. Finally, for all this tough talk on China, it never occurred to my predecessor to do any of that. The bottom line is I want fair competition with China, not conflict. And we're in a stronger position to win the economic competition of the 21st century against China or anyone else because we're investing in America and American workers again.